Hello everyone, welcome to round one of the Virtual Aussie Motorsport Supercar Series. Right, we're in the bend, or at the bend, sorry. Some cracking action last night. We had quali, we had a few good surprises. Idebor starting from the front row in both races. Good to see him up there. But obviously last night all the drivers, so for tonight many as we hoping for as many drivers as we get tonight. And trying a few things to see if we can improve the quality of the stream a bit. Go. And for tonight, we are jumping into a 10-minute warm-up session before we jump into races, which should be awesome. Cars look great. Big shout out to Vando for helping some of the guys getting their liveries done. But the cars will look good around here racing. So we're in for a fun night. Information for tonight. Obviously, the last day of walkabout. Anyway, hopefully you're all doing well. We're about to jump into this warm-up session. Good. Drivers to head for stream side of things. Excellent. And I've just realized the Elgato. That. Yeah. There we go. Those. Alright, so it looks like going all good. Us warm-up session. Sorry about that. Bear that in mind. We'll go through some things the league has stated they want. Conference stuff. Here we do Bulls safety car race. I'll just whip up shortly. Just to make things a little more cleaner. Double for when we want to get back racing. Of course. Oh, so don't know if that froze anything. Sorry about that if it did. Now, safety car. Safety car restarts. The leader will be able to go at any time. Now, from the last corners, as you can see by the track map there, there will be no overtaking before the control line. And there is. It will. Let's have a look at it, which is reasonable for the stewards to have a look at that. When the safety car lights are out, there must be no weaving behind the race leader, or it will be in this post-race. So boys will have for tonight. As I said, should be good. Awesome for our first season, first 2 races of the season. We got 6 drivers, hopefully some more maybe later. Cross. Reason we are also doing this warm-up, not for me, but for other drivers' sake. Awesome. Oh, bit of a lock up there for Vivid. I think he might be just be doing some donuts for the crowd. Mitchell Ivando currently 2nd place. He's got Premier Racing on the top of his hood now for the car. Awesome looking livery and Coca-Cola machine. As I said, big shout out to him. The cars wouldn't look as magnificent as they do if it wasn't for the help of him. Spools in the Shell V-Power Ford. Gonna be one to watch for sure this season. He's incredibly quick, along with Piggott. Will be to watch as well. I don't know where Bigot is at the moment, but he'll be back. Hopefully. Maker and Ironbore, they're having a bit of a session, so I think we'll leave them be. Believe that is that. So sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Just finished our warm-up session, and we've had Hado and Bud join. Good news. Brings us to an 8-car grid for tonight. Good. Gonna be awesome. I thought I'd show you this, something I made, just to help you guys figure out what happened over the draft night. So this is where people have gone. Hado signed with Tickford. He'll be driving Monster Energy Ford Falcon. The field, sorry about that. As we saw before, Spalls, he joined Dick Johnson Racing. For Watch, Vivid joined Triple Eight Engineering. There's a slight problem with the edit here. My mistake. I thought Haymaker joined. That he joined Tickford. He is in the role Ford Falcon as before. Idebor joined Erebus Motorsport after the draft night, which is fantastic for him. And here's your other two. Obviously, it's missing a few drivers. This was done prior to production of a few other ones. Mad Boy joined Team Racing. Good news. Things to note with the series, we obviously run sim damage, so that way the guys just don't do any silly moves. They really have to be clean, especially in the opening laps. You don't want to be getting yourself that early. And around a track like the Bend, it's very, very long. Very, very hard to keep focus. Adds another layer. Knowledge. Trying quality results. Our first race should be to have a do this before the race. Yeah, 15 laps, one stop, one compulsory stop anyway. Obviously, on. I'll have to be aware of. We'll go through the grid now while we can. This is starting grid for race 1. As I stated, Idebor had an awesome qualifying yesterday, qualifying on the front row for both races. He got pole in this one, followed by Vivid Bull. Be happy with his quality results yet. Second, Haymaker in third. He had a pretty decent quality as he is starting from pole in the next race, but third for this one. Vando, he can be over the moon with his qualifying there. Getting P4. Bud P5, who was recently acquired by Triple Eight. 888, followed by Spools in P6 as he didn't make it, and Hato in P7. So should be a cracker. I think Spools and Hato will be the ones to watch as they will make their way through the field. But nonetheless, should be good. Could be good. Hoping in the future we can clean these positions up. We're still chipping away at it. Get it fixed up for you guys. But I think we're just about to get underway. I don't know what's happening. Don't know if they're doing a formation lap. And we're off here for race 1. And Haymaker's had an awesome start. Coming into turn 1. Does he hold it? Oh, Vivid Bull, he might be looking around, but he gets a bit squirmish. And Bud, in fact, Vivid Bull's gone off the track, but Bud, teammate, he might have a look around the outside and collect a few spots. As Maker there. A bit of a touch up there from Bud, as you can see the damage there, and he touches his eyeball while he gets touched up by Spools. It's all kicking off, and Haymaker will have a decent, he's had an awesome start, starting from third. Eyeball has held position on the opening laps. Go further down the pack here, because it looks like a bit more going on, and here's Bud getting by Spools third this lap, and also I believe that is Piggott. I believe that might be Piggott in the Shelby car. He looks around, find a spot, try and get past Spools. Vando, he hasn't had the best of starts. Or Vando. Like it might be icing up front here. Eyeball. Put some pressure on Haymaker. He's made a silly mistake though, and that's going to give Spools the opportunity to get him coming down onto the big back straight. Final few corners. Vivid, he's done absolutely awesome there to recover after going out wide. Opening stages of the race as Spools here picks up P2 from Eyeball. Spools' teammate Piggott might just follow him through. Third, unless Eyeball, he might be able to actually give the fight to Spools. Something we've been questioning all preseason long, whether or not Spools will be rent-free in the lead. Well, Piggott is definitely a potential contender to put up a fight, really. As Spools is now all over the rear end of Haymaker, while he's got Eyeballed all over his rear end, and in fact Haymaker's made a bit of a mistake. Here comes Spools looking around the outside, bit squirmy there for Haymaker. Spools might have just done this very cleanly, and he has there, so awesome stuff from him. But there's Eyeball getting up on the curb sideways. You don't want to be doing that for too long, because I'd imagine Piggott will be looking to pounce when an opportunity presents itself. And as you can see there, just the massive lockups from Haymaker's cash show forward Falcon. It's a Falcon domination so far. 3 Falcons in the top 4, with Eyeball being the only Commodore. It'd be interesting to see some of the protests maybe this next race, although, you know, this track is very straight line. Yes, dominant, and I believe from memory the Falcon is fastest car in a straight line. From memory. So Eyeball is actually doing better than expected, but here comes Piggott around the outside, and he gets that cleanly done. Demotes Eyeball down to 4th, but Piggott has got the challenge of trying to get past Haymaker. As we all saw in preseason, Haymaker can defend. He knows how to defend really well. Might be back on the back of Haymaker quicker than expected. Give Shelby a 1-2, which would be a ripper of a start to the season for them. 2 quality drivers, 2 fast drivers. But the P3 will be the position I'll be most interested about, because I can't really tell you who would top of that. Piggott is actually making a few mistakes, which is giving Eyeboard the opportunity to present himself and maybe snag a spot up the inside of Piggott. But Piggott quickly recovers there and quickly gains onto the back of Haymaker. Yet another massive lock up and a bit of contact, bit of Morse coding towards the back of Haymaker's car. Haymaker might just be able to hold on. If I was Piggott, I'd be looking to try and get a good run onto the straight. Which it doesn't look like he's had the best of runs, fortunately. As Piggott now is getting closer and closer towards the rear end of Haymaker's car. Haymaker misses the curb by a smidget, but it's enough for Piggott to cause some potential damage to his brace position, as I thought Piggott was going to absolutely just demolish Haymaker there. Haymaker holds on for dear life. P2. Piggott will be getting frustrated because he will, he'll be looking to want to get spools here. You've got to remember the one compulsory pit stop though could also play a factor. As Haymaker, I think, finally yields position to Spools. He tries to switch back, but sorry, not Spools. Piggott will normally take P2. Will he? Haymaker's putting up a bit of a fight, but we'll run away with that. We'll look further down the grid. I believe the two bulls are here. Vivid Bull in 5th. He'll be kicking himself, starting 2nd for this race. Hitting 5th. Bud. And something must have happened to Hato. Or unless Hato went into the pits, that's the only thing I can really of. Just see. But yeah, Bud. He was recently acquired to 888. Has a slightly different livery. He just did have something on Wally. Very late to. Well, it was very late. The realization tonight was on. As the 2019. But regardless, still tell it's Red Bull. Too much. Bard takes a much tighter line. Now, I think from memory, that's not really what you want. Great. In fact, that's, well, best of runs. We like to keep that corner as wide as you possibly can. As Vivid Bull there runs a bit wide. Big enough gap to hold on to P5. Vando. Will be someone who's kicking himself as well, starting P4. But he's got well, he's in a prime spot here. If these two bulls do anything to each other, just sweep right through these. And I also believe Hato might have pitted early. Damage on his car and the Monster Energy Ford Falcon. A little bit, so he might have been causing a bit of a ruffle. Right. This is a battle that will be interesting because Mindbore is not significantly quicker than Haymaker, but on his day, he got a pretty big gap to Mindbore and Haymaker's defense, so good stuff for him there. Sitting well in 3rd. I just want to watch the two balls here because they are very, very close to each other. Now it's up to them really to decide whether or not they work together. Try and catch up to Ideball in 4th. Or they just continue to duke it out for pride really. Points. stated before though. He won't be too pleased with himself as Vando there runs wide. He won't be, and Vivid Ball has now ran wide. Does that present Bud the opportunity to get past? I don't think Bud was quick enough, so Ball there very, very lucky to get away with that one. But in fact, he's also ran a little bit wide of the apex there, Vivid. And I wonder if Bud's learnt his lesson to take a wide line through here. Doesn't quite look like it. Go on board with Bud. Yeah, we'll go on board with him here and see just how his car is reacting to, in comparison to Vivid's, as he's actually just missed the apex by quite a lot. Maker is giving gap to Red Ball. Doing that quite well actually. Good on him. I believe Piggott has gone into the pits. Unless he's having... Yep, so Piggott is your first pit leader. Sorry, pit leader? The first person to pit. Spools, he's just running away with this thing, isn't he? He's completely running away. Look at some of the grid changes here. Obviously, got to take into consideration that Piggott pitted. Spools, he's having a mega race, up 5 spots there, as I believe Vando has just been overtaken. No, Vando is also into the pits. That's interesting. Here is Hato. Expected a little bit more from him, right? But alright. Doing what he can. I still don't know what happened to him at the start. To apologise, as Piggott is just up the road of him. We are nearing the halfway mark of this race. The two bulls are still duking it out. They're not as close as they once were before, but they're pretty close to one another. Idbor, he's fallen off a bit. The Haymaker. Haymaker's managed the gap really, really well. See here if Spools jumps into the pits for his one stop the race. I don't think he will. He might be for a long run. We'll just keep going down the grid, see who makes a stop. If they make stops, that is. Haymaker is staying out. Idbor pit. It looks like he's staying out. About Vivid, the Bulls. Both the Bulls have stayed out there. Everyone below them already pitted, as Vivid gets a bit of a squirmy accident. Here comes Bud. He's got the opportunity to get a move done. Finally. I don't know if he wants to do the move up here into turn 1. It's a bit too difficult in these cars to get that done. In comparison to what is normally raced around here, which would be your F1 cars. GT plus Supercars will be a bit too big and heavy and impossible to get the move done, but saying that, he's got, in fact, he's run it up the inside of Vivid. Vivid's going to try and hold it around the outside for the straights. Oh, so close there. Between the two Red Bulls. Oh my. Vivid only just holds on as Bud turns on the headlights. Oh, he's there. Spools currently has the fastest for the race. running away with this thing. I think it will be annoyed with himself. Trying to get not getting past Haymaker quicker. It looks like he stays out yet again. At the two boys behind him, do they come in into the fast right-hander? Get the feeling that they might just stay out. What we're looking for. I believe Ideball has pitted. So he's on a pin. And that looked like Vivid as well. Falling into pit lane. Bud might have continued on, which he has. So I think It and Ideball might be the ones that Post does. Ideball out in front of Pigget. I don't think he has. I believe Pigget's already passed him. In which he has. Hato, he's up to 5th. Awesome stuff from him. He'll probably just be looking to follow Pigget, because Pigget should effectively be P2. All of this. In fact, he actually might be going to make a move done. Move done on Pigget. Him go towards the inside. And Pigget's ran wide. Quite a bit. Represents Hato with the opportunity. Does he? Yes, he keeps it nice and wide for himself. Try and get a good run on the straight. Extremely close to the rear end of Pigget. Jump on board with him. Looks towards the inside. He has a think. Thinks about it, but he doesn't commit to anything. Oh man, he's all over the rear end of Pigget. Following him line for line. Turn for turn. A little bit earlier. Obviously he doesn't want to the rear end of Pigget, but this actually might work out a bit better for him because he actually had a much better run through there, and Pigget runs a little bit wide. Applying massive amounts of pressure. We'll turn the map on here just to see if anyone else jumps and gets. I believe that is Haymaker into the. It is Bud stay out. It looks like Bud's also gone into the. Just watching these two closely because this will determine second place whether or not Haymaker has done enough. Hold on to second place. It looks like he's still stuck there. Oh, that might be Haymaker just leaving now, so this might be close. I think Pigget and Hato might make it work. Awesome stuff from Hato. He's way up to 3rd. The end of this. And Haymaker, there he is right there. So Haymaker did not do enough, but he is quite close. Maybe do some damage or just follow Hato. In the event that something happens. Yeah. Spools, I believe you probably wanted to pit soon. The race stats for you. Speed is from Spools. Best lap Spools with a 206.488. 36 seconds lead, as you can see there. He's going through Beggett. Hato takes a wide line again, whereas Pigget opts for the tight one. Discussed already. Hamper your run down the straight. Hato, he's got to make a move shortly as we're approaching the dying stages of this race. Lap 10 or 15 for race 1. Hopefully you've enjoyed it so far. It's been fun to watch. Hato, much better run through there. Get a move done now, that is the question. Hato might have actually pressured the Piggott into a bit of a mistake, and that hampers his run. Hato has a look up the inside. Does he get the move done? Piggott's just sideways. So squirmy. And it's a top 4 for forward. Awesome stuff for this that forward package. And Hato seems to have got the move done. Can he hold on to it though? Piggott, he'll be looking left, right and centre. Get that spot back. Might have just pressured Hato into a little bit of a mistake there. Looking for the switch back for Shelby. Can they get their first one too? Or can Hato hold on to Tickford? It'll be a good point all for both Tickford and Shelby, as it's currently a 1 and 3. Shelby, DJR. The 2 and 4 for Tickford, so awesome stuff. Start of the season for them. But Hato might just be able to hold on here. Have a look down the rest of the order. Here's your leading Holden. Erebus, as he is actually catching Haymaker by the looks of things. This is what I was talking about before. Sideball, he just gets into this phase of the race where he's on it. He's absolutely on it. Haymaker, as we've all seen, he's hard to get past. Extremely difficult to get past. So that is the challenge that it presents for in front of him. Look. Bud here. Must have happened to Vivid there. Must have had a moment because he was with Bud. Or what's happened here? No safety cars so far. Course of this race. Phenomenal. Like races clean as we can. See a few battles going on out on the track. The map leads to the last spot on the white ball. Piggott must have DNF. Something's happened. No, so unfortunate there for DJR. That's one missing. About to say, I'm pretty sure it's scored in the top 4 and I'm marbles, but no. Fortunate there for Piggott and DJR. Fitting leaders of this race are going to pick up a big bag of points. Hato will be praying for Haymaker to hold on. Wide ball, but he's going to be apply the pressure. Maximum points for Erebus. Like that was about. But anyway, let's watch these two closely. As Spolsey is just running away with it, isn't he? I don't know if he stopped already, but even if he does stop, he'll be alright. Might just be alright. Sideboard now, we can see when the map off with this battle is all over him. All over Haymaker, and this is for third. Lap 12 of 15, we've only got a few laps remaining in race 1. And in fact, Haymaker Has missed the apex there in turn 1 by a margin. And that presents Eyeball with the opportunity to pass him. They're very tight, in fact touching. Can Haymaker hold it? It seems like he has, because Eyeball hasn't used most of the track. And Haymaker, it's a slight edge. Sort of tries to cut him off, and it's worked well. They come onto the straight now. And Eyeball, he's all over the rear end. We might see an accident here as Haymaker moves over to the all the way to the left to defend, and Eyeball stuck it in up the inside. Is he up far enough? If they make contact, Eyeball might be the one in trouble. A little bit more contact being made. Eyeball might have the better run as he takes a much wider line through that corner to maximise his run down this straight. And he's up the inside of Haymaker again. Now I don't know if this is the place where you want to get a move done. I don't think it's going to end nicely, and Eyeball does the more sensible thing and backs out, but he's still raging, trying to get that P3 off Haymaker, all over that rear end of him as they come through the fastest. Beckett. If I was Eyeball, I wouldn't look to make a move, but more just have a good run, and that's exactly what he's done. He's putting Haymaker under so much pressure. Haymaker has to go in these bad positions, give him this terrible run down straight. Eyeball could maybe go for a bit of a send if he wants to, and he puts his nose up the inside. Does he commit? No, he doesn't. It's more of a warning shot to let him know he is there and he's ready to attack once Haymaker slips up. Stay with them here as big lockups coming from Haymaker. And Eyeball has a fantastic run. He shoves his Holden Commodore up the inside of Haymaker. Can he hold on to it though? Looks like Haymaker might. He's held on to it, running wide there. We're here in turn 1. Haymaker, a bit of a mistake. He made sure that didn't happen again though. Stay in front of Eyeball. Eyeball's done a pretty wise thing there to make the track wide as possible for himself to get good runs, and this will be much better for him. Make this corner wide again, maximize your straight line speed, especially against the Ford Falcon. The Ford Falcon is, I believe, the fastest supercar straight line. Right, make sure Commodore many benefits as possible, and a bit of a moment there under the brakes for Eyeball. Boost mobile entry. Might appear that things here have maybe settling down. Yeah, approach final few points of this race. Sorry about that. Drink. Oh, bit squirmy, very squirmy there for Eyeball. Kicking himself because this chance slowly running away from arm's reach for him. And I believe that is the 888 car of Bud catching up to this little battle pack. We'll go on board with Eyeball for this second last lap. Just see how his car looks. Just the way he positions his car. He's much better through this section. In fact, he's gained a lot of time through there. Haymaker just making the corners very tight for himself. Eyeball the opportunity to massively. He brakes a little earlier, getting a much better run than Haymaker. We're going to go around the outside of him. Haymaker covers it off quickly. Does he cover the inside? He does. And Eyeball has made a massive mistake there. That's ultimately thrown away contention for P3. He'll be kicking himself. Absolutely kicking himself. Haymaker, he'll be relieved. Vivid Ball here is catching up. Axel Bando. Map up though, just in case. Eyeball, he'll be so upset with himself. Ado and Haymaker though, on the other hand, they'll be happy because a good all the points are coming Tickford's way. Race. I still don't know if Spools did yet. This little bunch, they are getting close. 83 machine of Lachlan. Oh. Tries to catch HI Vando for 6th place. Vando losing 2 spots after I thought was a pretty good quali for him. He could be proud of. Seems like Spools has indeed hitted because he just went across the straight now. Start his final lap of the race, and well, what a performance! A little bit about him from the start, and after that he just flew away with this. Fortunate for his teammate Piggott. Missed opportunity for DJR to maximise their points, but he's had this race well and truly in control. No stress whatsoever for Shelby Power. Evening for race 1 at the Bend. Happy with themselves. Hato here, he's had an awesome run. Starting from last, I believe, or second last. I did put into question what he was doing, but in the end everything has worked out awesome for him. Second, he's made a ton of spots. As long as Haymaker can hold on to third, with Ironball catching just under 2 seconds behind now. Good points coming Tickford's way. Have a look at the battle pack. Haymaker, Ironball, but much is developing there. Spools here as he's entering the final few parts of the track. The crowd. A massive round of applause. What a performance from Spools. Just in complete shock of how much he's dominated this field. Final corners. Does a little something for us. With sideways action. Well, coming through the final corner. The race 1 winner belongs to Spools after what was a dominant performance right from the start of the race. And he can be very, very happy about. Good points his way for the championship, the Drivers' Championship. Hato, he's had an awesome race today. Starting second last was Spools. I think he pitted very early, and he's made it work in the end. For Tickford as he comes to the line to second. And once again, another Tickford car. Awesome stuff from them. Haymaker comes across the line and finished third. Just holding on to third after Ideball. Could have potentially caught him. But a silly mistake there cost him in the end. Here comes Bud. He finishes 5th. Bando and Vivaball not too far behind him. Finishing 6th and 7th. So that it was race 1 of our Virtual Aussie Motorsport Supercar Series. It was awesome. Fun little battles here and there. But Spools in the end, ultimately. Just too dominant, too fast. And he had the race in control right from the beginning. So awesome, awesome stuff. Well, was race 1 done. Tickford, they've collected themselves an awesome amount of points for Tickford. Happy with today. Look at our event here. This is the last day. We got one more race coming up for you. then lead off to Penrite Oil Stand Down Super Sprint, which should be awesome. Lock in your dates, August 11th to the 13th. The 86 series will also be there, which will be good. Commentate once again. And I believe we might have some exciting news in the near future. Well, actually, no. There is an announcement. And we are introducing PCR. Yeah, will officially begin next week, I think. Which will be awesome. Awesome. Commentate and watch. If you're interested, there's plenty of spots available, so be sure to join our Discord and follow us on Instagram, the Cars Gaming League. Find out more information there. It'll be, as you've seen, the standards of racing is quite high. Everyone treats each other with a huge amount of respect. Produces awesome racing, doesn't it? We'll have a look at the positions here for race 2. Haymaker, he's starting from the pole. As we've stated before, he's incredibly hard driver to get past, as was shown in the race just then. We want to it'd be difficult to get past. I don't know how many laps we're doing. Idebor, he's sitting in P2. You might be looking to make her early here, as seen in the last race. He did quite difficult. Past him. He could have got past him quite easily, but made a silly mistake that it ultimately cost him. Ball, he is starting from P3. Be looking to have a much better race what he had previously, starting from second on the grid, drop down to, well, last after Spools left. Not Spools, sorry, Piggott. Bud, he'll be starting from P4 for the Triple Eight racing. Both Triple Eight racing cars will be hoping for a much better race this time around. Bud, pretty decent race. P5, Fando, he'll be hoping for another better race as well. Starting P4 in the last one. He hurt him in the end. Spools starting P6. He'll well, Self said, sorry. P7 Hato for another race. Last round after starting second last or last, I can't remember. Finding himself P2. Awesome strategy call. Good haul of points for Tickford. We move into the top of the teams championships. That one and Spools will be, well, I'd imagine by the end of the Spools will be dominating driver standings. But we've got a big one for this one. 20 laps, 1 stop. Should be good. Just tuning in to look here at who's gone where for. So we did our draft night. It is missing a few drivers, and it does have a mistake. The first driver up there, Hato. Pickford will be happy to have signed him. Had an awesome race last race. Pitting early, good strategy call, and found himself in second, starting from the back of the grid. Spools with DJR. DJR will be absolutely over the moon with his performance, as he dominated and controlled the race. Pretty much the whole thing. No pressure whatsoever. Vivid in Triple Eight had a bit of a rough debut. Looking to bounce back in the second race. Haymaker says DJR there. He's actually with Tickford again. They'll be happy with that signing. Good haul of points because of his performance. Who actually has that DJR spot, I believe, is Piggott. Fortunately, DNF'd. If he is coming back, we'll be looking decent result. Wide ball for Erebus. Erebus can be very, very happy with wide ball. A slight mistake really let him down is all in the end. Could have easily had P3. Well, not easily. Haymakers are quite difficult to get past. But, he's up there. He'll get a few podiums this season. Something for Erebus to look forward to. Second page here, Manboy. He went to Team 18, who unfortunately is here with us. And we got Vando at Premier Racing. I think we'll be pretty happy with him. Well, really looking to bounce back. Starting 4th in the last race, and he finished 3rd last. He'll be fun to watch this race, I think. Few mentions that aren't up there. Bud recently acquired 2 888 Engineering. He had a pretty decent race last race. Not only with us in the lobby. See what happens here. I believe that's. I mentioned Piggott. Yeah. Bend. It's been a pretty good venue for us for the first round. See how it goes. Or not, it keep the spots on the calendar. Wait and see. Stated, if you're enjoying and you'd like to, if you're interested in getting involved, just recently announced here, which will be next week, I believe. Interested? Be sure to follow us on Instagram at Supercar Gaming League. There you can find out more information. Find out more information there. We're looking to do many different types of motorsports in the coming weeks to announce. Won't name them. There'll be surprises, but be sure to check us out at Supercars Gaming League. There you can find out more information. Join our Discord. We're looking to build a good community, and we want something for everyone. Check us out. I'm going to leave you on the screen for a little bit. Go do something. Won't be starting for a little while. So enjoy. And I'm back. Seems like we're just about to get underway. Race. There's your grid for this one. Last race of the evening. Got a big one. 20 laps. Awesome. Proper camera angle. And we are off for our last race this evening at the Bend. Bud, he's had a bit of a great start. Was Bulls then he was off the run. Ideball gives there a bit of a touch up. And Haymaker looks like he might be a bit of under pressure there from Bud. Look. So we've actually lost a few of our heady hitters. That means Bulls isn't going to have as big of a lead as I thought he was going to. As Bud is looking to apply a bit of pressure on Haymaker on the opening stages of this race. Wow, okay, I didn't realise we were losing people as Haymaker's had a massive error there. And Bud, he's looking to try and take that opportunity. Haymaker, he's not letting off easy. Bud off the hook. Seeing to see how Hato goes now. Spools. Interesting. Anyway, look at these three. So close to each other. So close. It's just a matter of who can get who first. As Vivid already off to a much better start this round. So is Vando. Bud, he's had a rip of a start, hasn't he? Watching him off the line, he was gone. Contact there between Bud and Haymaker. Bud looks for the switchback. It's a matter of whether or not he can get it done. He doesn't seem to have the speed. That's the Falcon. That's the edge the Falcon has over the Commodore right now. Switchbacks. Falcon able to save itself from. And Haymaker's actually made a bit of a mistake. I'm back there. Quite catch what was going on. Look, how about this pack here? Vivid backs out of that and almost a bit of a baffle. How about these two? I know these two are quite close. Either Ideball or Stardust, I can't remember. Mates in F1. But Ideball gets the better edge of Hato. That was cringy. Vivid. Collision when back out of these two as side by side, and I saw that happening. I said right from the start, that's not an area you want to do an overtake in a supercar. That area in turn one. And that has helped Ideball, Vivid, and Vando significantly. There. Have a look at how much that's affected. And look at these three. You can see that one grey dot all the way back there. The go. So pleased with that one, as the front two are having a good swing at each other as well. I do not know where to look right now, as Haymaker looks to go around the outside, and we're only lap 2 of 20, so this is a big one. Haymaker looks to go around the outside of Bud there. Bud might be able to hold on. I keep mentioning though that speed of the Falcon seriously hurt Bud. He gets put under a lot of pressure down, but Bud does well despite the pressure. Right to him as Vando and Vivid there, a bit close to one another. I can't believe these three, they're going nuts. Awesome, awesome. Go on board. Actually, no, we'll stay off here because Ideball's got pressure being applied by Vivid, and he's got to watch for Vando here because I dare say, well, actually, I've got to say that's more to Vivid because now Vando's applying pressure to Vivid more than anything. So, we're just scrapping away, and this is given. Kato will be loving this. And Vivid with a massive send up the inside of Ideball. If I was Ideball, would have crap myself, but fair play, he's held it. Bit of contact. Try and rub him offline a little bit. Probably racing. See it. And it kind of worked for him because he's able to try and keep up with him. But as we just saw, Hato and Ideball collided. I don't know this is the place you want to be making a move. Vivid gives him plenty of room. In doing so, allows both Ideball. Oh, and he's had a bit of an accident. So is Vando. Vando and Vivid have gone around there. They'll be kicking themselves. I wonder if that's enough for a safety car. Believe it is. So, our first safety car this evening, as we saw there, Vivid and Vando both spinning out. I don't quite know what happened there. They made contact. I just saw Vivid spin out. As Haymaker's in the pits and Ideball follows him. Bud has opted to stay out. This might hurt him in the long run. See, he's got to drive really quickly here and ensure his lead. Anyone else come in? Vivid. On in. Vando and Bud might be the only ones out. And they are. So. Okay. Well. Let me catch my breath back because there was a lot going on. Short time. Quick recap. Haymaker and not Haymaker. Ideball and Hato have a bit of a moment. Trying to go too wide in a corner, that just won't work in the supercar anyway. We had, and a few laps later, we had Ideball and Vivid. A similar thing happened. Vivid and Vando involved in a bit of an accident. Safety who come out. So here is your position so far. Bud and Vando, Haymaker, your top three. Ideball in fourth. Fifth is Hato and Vivid Ball after that little incident. Now, we talked about the safety cars earlier. They will be able to go from turn 17. No overtaking is to be done, sorry, in between turns. Start line. There'll be no overtaking before the control line. Control line is just start finish. Yeah, this is fine. Guys, get their tyres warmed up because when the safety car lights are out, so investigated by the stewards now. So, Bud will be shocked. Myself in a decent spot. We're coming towards nearing the end of this safety car. Getting those final few temperatures in. I'm gonna probably watch Vando. This will get. Hopefully, I don't give him the commentator's curse like I did the other night. We lined up. They're getting ready to go for our restart number 1. We're only on lap 4 of 20. Another 20 cars. A steady pace. Restart. Whilst Vando would be looking to try and stop an exit here. Bud's mark. It's staying as close as Bud. And it looks like Bud, he's had an awesome restart there. Pulled away, as you can see, through that gap. Haymaker, he stayed absolutely attached to the Vando. The only problem is, Bud are going to have to make a few pit stops. Pretty wide through here, and a bit of a mistake under the brakes. And Hato there, he's been caught by Idball in the rear quarter of that car. Whilst Vando has a bit of a mistake on the brakes and loses all those, unfortunately. Spot, but here he comes. Look at that. Look at these three. They're going 3 wide. 3 wide. Payne. And Vivid. Good stuff from him. He gets it done in the end while Idball and Hato battle it out. Thought Idball there was, and massive amounts of contact there between Hato and Idball. Hato not playing so friendly with Idball after what's happened here, and we might see a similar thing happen once again, actually. Right. Idball was right there still the case. Hato runs wide. That presents Idball wide. Idball the opportunity, and he does. He's looking to go around the outside of Hato. Hato holds onto it really well. And the leaders, they're not far gone as Bud maybe hoped. Guys are sticking pretty well. They got the right temperatures into the car, obviously, into the tyres. And good on Vando after the mistake. He's holding on very nicely to this pack. Might even be able to snag Idball and Hato off their history so far. See what happens here. Up 5 of 20 of this awesome race. As Idball sneaks it up the inside, will get a much better run than Hato. And a bit of contact actually knocks Hato a bit offline. Gives Idball the opportunity to maybe sneak it up the inside. He does. He runs him wide off the track. Bird will be loving this. Running away with this. Then here comes Vando. He sniffs up the inside. Doesn't commit to a move though. I would imagine Idball, Hato will be too happy, and he absolutely sends it on Idball. Contact is made between the two drivers, and that's allowed, as I just stated, that will be good for Vando. Wow, big move there from Hato. We'll stay with these two because they could get real spicy soon. Still making contact down the straight. We might see another safety car shortly, I think. As Idball looks to hold on to position. Hato with the switchback. He's going to have the wide line, which is going to maximize his straight light speed. And as I've said multiple times, that Falcon, one of the quickest down in the straights. So, might have Idball. In fact, they both ran wide onto gravel trap there. The crowd is going nuts. They're loving what they're seeing. Hato, he's going to be mega fuming. With Spools gone, this was his opportunity to absolutely take control of this race. And as I'm saying that, there's a battle going on in the lead here. I'll keep the map up because I want to watch the other two at the back. But we've got a 3-way battle for the lead, and Bud ended up getting the lead back. But Haymaker is currently caught at a Red Bull sandwich. So the Red Bulls could really work together here. For them to maximise their points haul, they'll be looking to strike back their rivals. Well, a race so far, eh? Early. Buddy. Hato is not quite. Oh, there's a bit of a touch up there. Two of them. Both repping panorama graphics. Imagine the yellow Hato will be sitting at home watching, pulling his hair out. You hear the bulls for a good result here. Now remember, Bud hasn't pit yet, so really pulling away like he hoped. Effectively, the first race. Vando, he's sitting nicely in fourth, very comfortable. Able to take once presented itself when both Hato and Idbor were coming together. Had a bit of a coming together there, but Vivid thought the better of it. Yeah, he's had a much better run though than Haymaker, and this is allowing Bud to maybe try and get away. He actually hasn't pulled away as much as I thought he would, to be honest. And now Vivid will be looking to set up a move in the next few corners. I don't think he can get it done here. Watching the two at the back, they're awfully close. They must be going side by side down the straight. I'm sorry. Don't have eyes everywhere. Alright, Hato has picked up the ball there. Bit of a wide line there for Vivid, and he's had an awesome run. And he's looking up the inside of Haymaker. Can he get the move done nicely? He's got to hit the apex well, and he has done that beautifully. But Haymaker's still sitting all over him, so props to him. He's holding on to him, not letting him go. Bit of contact there, just based on movement. Enough to throw Vivid offline, and Haymaker's gone for another send. Vivid tries to switch back. He's not going to be able to get him though. In fact, he's ran wide on the grass, and Haymaker is going to give him the opportunity to breathe a little bit there. While that's all happening, we'll have a look back here because I think Eyeball might have got Hato back. I did see Hato get in front of Eyeball. In fact, here's Hato now going for this. Get it done though. It looks like he might have outbraked himself. Hato get the switchback done successfully. He might be alright, Hato. Takes a wider line, but oh, Eyeball. Beautiful switchback from him. And how's this, by the way? Eyeball, I thought for sure he'd have a good start for the season after qualifying on the front row for both races. Here he is battling for scraps. Sloppy second. Back here. Hato. I would have thought Hato as well. His ball's been missing. Piggott not. Perfect opportunity for Hato to really take control of the championship. And this race by Eyeball has just been an absolute nag. Pain in the neck. Hato. And of all this is benefiting Vando. Vando will be edging these two to keep on battling because he's able to get away from it all. Like things might settle down a bit here. And Vivid, he is ever so close. And in fact, we might have just switched at the perfect time. He's thrown Haymaker off the ideal line. A bit of wider run. He has done here. Got to send it up the inside now as Maker needs to maybe cover it. In fact, I think wide, and he has, and he's on the grass. There's contact between the two of them. Hey, Vivid goes flying off to the grass, so that's a huge moment in this race. That'll be interesting. That'll be talked about a bit. And I don't know if Haymaker's letting them back through, but he has run wide. It doesn't look like he is. He's holding on to it. And Vivid is, well, Vivid's just cracked him under pressure there. Haymaker runs onto the grass. I don't imagine Vivid would be playing too nicely with him now after that first incident. After that incident, contact made between the two of them. Vivid wide. Haymaker goes for a massive send. Can he get the job done? parks it on the apex. I imagine Vivid is growing very tired, and as this is all happening, and Vando might find himself on the podium. And in fact, he's giving it to good old Vivid. Oh, there's contact between the two of them. Can he keep it on? Here comes Hato now. Can he finally? I've been saying this race. This was his opportunity to try and take control while Spools was not here. As he gets Vivid. Vando's up next. I don't imagine Vivid will be too happy at the moment though. Haymaker. Vivid takes back spot there, and Vando has just ran wide. He's got to be careful. Oh, very close there. Very close to another safety car. Holy dooly. Another drink, hang on. And now it's a three-way battle for the scraps back here. But he's running away with this thing 5 seconds now, but he still has to pit. So effectively, he's probably sitting about where these boys are. Vando has pitted. We have to remember simulation damage. So he might have picked up a bit of damage. Incidents. We can see these two back here. They're going at it once again. This will be benefiting Vivid. They will look to create the gap. These two, they just been going at it all race. It's been awesome to watch, fun to watch. I don't imagine the two happy with each other, but to watch. Both running right, maximising the track limits and speed. Harry. Oh, bit of a moment there for Eyeboard. Holds on to it well though. Oh man, awesome car control from him. He's held on to that really well. Vivid, he'll be, oh not Vivid, sorry. Hato, he'll be over the moon with Eyeboard making that mistake. He's able to now press on without having a thorn in his back. His Eyeball, awesome car control from Eyeball though to keep it out of the walls. Got to remember, simulation damage is on, so damage will be harmful. Bud still gets a pit as we're at the halfway mark now, lap 10 of 20. Vivid and Hato here be locked in a battle as they press on to try and catch Haymaker, who is effectively leader of this race. Is the pit a long one from 3. A bit of a mistake there from Haymaker and Vivid. He kind of followed him wide, and then part of the circuit hampers their run onto the straight here. Hato, he's actually had a mega run. He's made quite a bit of time through there. So far, this race, it's been pretty hectic. Safety car, first safety car of the season. So far, Bud currently in the lead. He hasn't pitted yet though. Got Haymaker, Vivid, and Hato here in a bit of a battle for second and third. Hide ball, he was being a bit of a pain in the neck for Hato, but made a mistake. Run. Vando, he hasn't had the best of luck, unfortunately. Wide and had to pit to damage. All there. He would quickly catching up to Haymaker, and we'll stay on board with Hato for this lap, I reckon. Could get interesting, very interesting, very quickly, and we'll see how the cars are reacting in comparison to one another. Hato just looks very in control of his car, doesn't he? Nice line there from him. Make this one wide as well, as Vivid covers the inside, trying to follow Haymaker as closely as possible. They both run wide, the pair of them, and this has given Hato the perfect opportunity. Maybe Vivid, so maybe tag Haymaker, and a bit of contact there. Proves my point. Haymaker's very difficult to pass, but he's now got to worry about Vivid here, sitting all over the rear end of him. Haymaker, he can breathe a little bit. I'll be watching video to see if he makes a move, any move. A bit of a lock up there for Haymaker, I believe. Has lost a bit of time to Hato. All Hato has to do now is just have an awesome run through here. Set him up for the straight. Follow him, follow his line. And as I've stated, here he comes, Hato. The move done. Oh, Hato. And follow. Haymaker's still in there, holding it. Get the move done. Well, there's going to be contact. Here comes Vivid now. He's going to try and follow Hato. It hasn't gone to plan. They're still side by side. Just look at these three go. Awesome, awesome racing. And Haymaker's made a huge mistake there. That's given Hato the opportunity to go around the outside, but now he's got Vivid on the outside line. So they're 3 wide coming into the one corner. And as expected, Vivid has done an awesome move there and got the pair of them. I didn't even see him. Good stuff from him. And Haymaker's fuming with that. He's looking to get back his spot. But now he's got to worry about Hato up his coit. As Hato's had an awesome run through that corner. That's given him maximise his speed down the straight. Does he send it up the inside of Haymaker? This will be benefiting Idebor as well, this battling. And Hato does have the fastest lap of the race. The gap is now 8 seconds to Bud. So Bud comfortably in the lead right now. Not worrying about a thing. He's off for a Sunday drive. Look at the map here. See there, Bud going through Maggots and Beckett's comfortably in the lead of this race. As now Vivid looks to have made a mistake as they look to go 3 wide. Don't know how well this is going to go. Oh, bit of contact between Haymaker and Vivid. That's Vivid been costly for him. He won't be too happy. But now Haymaker, so Hato will be happy. This is a chance now to try and run away with this thing. We're going to take out Haymaker then. Vivid, I don't imagine he'd be too happy right now. See after the race. Haymakers hold on to it nicely. This is what I've said about him. He's very, very hard to get past. Vivid's gone for a send. Vivid might have the ideal line though. Though Hato holds on. It can try and maximize Olmidor's straight line speed as the gap is continuing to extend to Bud comfortably in the leader's race. He's for a massive run, Bud, as well. He's 14 laps on those tyres, dire stages of this race. Eyeball, he's sneaking in the background. This is, depending on what Bud can do, this is really effectively the race, the battle for the lead. Why Haymaker is so importantly defending as Vivid there runs wide. Don't be too happy, and Eyeball is getting ever so closer to this pack. Try and win. Tickford, they might be on board to bringing good haul of points yet again in this race, further extending their lead in the team's championship. Gap now to Butters, 9 seconds. That'd be interesting to see when he pits. Sure, and now side by side again. Same thing happened. Looked like it. Wondering if the same thing was going to happen with Maker and Vivid, Maker and Hado. Like it's off a bit better this time round. Vivid's had a mega run through Maggots and Beckett, so maximize his run down this straight. If I'm Vivid, I'd be just sitting back right now because Hado, I don't imagine will be, and he's actually just gone for a big send, and Hado might hold on to it, in which he does. Just as I was saying, if I'm Vivid, I'm just watching. I'm watching these two, and because of that send, they've actually lost a lot of time there. Haymaker, and you can see Eyeball getting even closer now. So if I'm Eyeball, really, I'm just sitting back and watching. Because I don't imagine it's going to end nicely at all. Go on board here with Vivid. Watch this battle. Edge on Bud. Ever so slightly increasing the gap. He might just be fine, you know. Must be okay. There's Hader now. He's got the inside line. Maker's had the inside line for a while. In fact, Hado has probably gotten past Haymaker there well before. Haymaker's looking for the switchback. Can he get it done? Hado might just be able to hold on. Very close to the tyre barrier there. Vivid is maximising the track limits. And on to lap 16 of 20. Very close now. And Haymaker's yet another mistake. In that first corner, he hasn't been able to hit the apex as nicely as he maybe wanted to. And it looks like he might have the move done. Angles we got. Hato effectively moves into the race lead. It gets very close though between these two. If it get him around the outside. Oh no, Haymakers spun him. Wow. Don't imagine it's too friendly right now between these two. They've been going at each other all night. Well, I think that just puts icing on the cake there. He'll be booming with that one. As Haymaker, he's hard. But now he's got to worry about Eyeball. He now steps up to the challenge of trying to get past Haymaker. I believe that's a safety car. That might have actually brought out a safety car. It has. So this kind of works out in Bud's favour. He can pit right now, and if I am him, I'm pitting. He's not going to lose out on much time. And Haymaker might have actually got damage from that as well, so Haymaker's also into the pits. Hato is effectively your race leader. There's a few people going into the pits from what I can see. Vivid is also in the pits. He might have had damage. This gives Vando the opportunity to catch up as well now. You can see there, all in the pits. Very interesting race so far. Yeah. Bud has, you know what? Very well done to Bud. He didn't pit when everyone else did. Very lucky to get the other safety car, but he didn't pit when everyone else did. And he's come out in second place, so awesome drive here from Bud today, this evening. Can be very proud of today. Very, very proud. The grid all formed once again. Off for our second restart this evening. There gives him a bit of a Morse code on the back. So a bit of the stories for each driver. Hato, he's had a very up and down race. Currently sitting in the lead. He's already pitted. Don't know how much damage he has. Look. He doesn't have much damage at all, does he? So Hato's your leader. He's gotten in a few silly incidents here and there. And himself in the lead. Bud, he's been awesome so far. He didn't pit in the first safety car. He stayed out. And it's worked out well for him here because he's finally done his pit stop. Currently sitting in second. Haymaker, he's been involved in quite a bit tonight. As I've stated before, he's hard to get past, and he's shown that. Times so far. Well, third, Iron Bore. He's been involved in a few silly incidents with Hato. Found his way back up here. Fourth after man right here, Vivid Bull. Also been involved in a few incidents. Bit of a spin out with Vando earlier. A few of them with Haymaker. Most recent one bringing out the safety car. And Vando, he just hasn't had the greatest luck, has he? An innocent bystander in one of the Vivid Haymaker incidents. Just on his way tonight, but he'll be happy with the safety car as we get ready to go underway. And I don't think there'll be any more safety cars by the time they cross over. They've only got a few laps remaining. Hato, you've got your fastest lap of the race with a 2:06.9. There we go. Here we go, we're about to go racing. If I'm Bud, as always. Trying to stick to the back of Edo here. Edo, he's had an awesome restart, really. He's just pulled away from Bud. It all seems very clean. Back here. Haymaker is putting pressure on Bud and he forces his way up the inside. I am very that one. Back here. Very frustrating indeed. I am so sorry about that. Alright, should we back here? Oh, and it's all popping off back here. I don't know what happened, fortunately. Me and going wide. Very wide, hang on. Ah. Oh dear. Bud. I don't know what happened. Bud. Kicking himself though. He's had an awesome race so far, Bud, and yeah. Way back down to fourth. They race to shine. Right. Right. Approaching the lap race, and Vando is looking to go up the. But something must have happened to the eyeboard as well. Hato, he's running away with this race, and Vivid, you look into right back at Haymaker. They've gone through tonight. Second place on the grid. You don't want to push hard, Vivid. We've only got a lap and a bit to go. You're on lap 19 of 20 of race 1 of your virtual Aussie Motorsports Supercar Series, and Haymaker's made a mistake. He doesn't get the best corner or apex there. Vivid backs out of it to give him a good run. Onto the straight. Now, do the balls work together? That's what I'm questioning here. Hato, he can't help his Tickford teammate. The Tickford teammate's going to have 2 balls on him as Ben eyeball Vando in the end. Bud looking to and reclaim second place after the awesome run he's had tonight. Like, Vivid there lost a bit of time to Haymaker, as a matter of fact. What you looking for? You'll be happy with third. The positions hasn't had a great race either. Involved in a few incidents here, and this did pretty spicy. Triple 8 guys as Bud quickly catching up the rear end of Vivid here. And I wonder if Bud from where. Haymaker, he's extended the gap nicely. It might, just might, enough for you to hold on. Have the map up. Hato comfortably in the lead of this race. Don't think, mostly this mob here that I want to watch. Spicy. Very quickly. Haymaker has a few weak points, but no Vivid has a few weak points. No Bud. A few weak points of the all faster. Different sections, and that's what makes this battle so interesting, so intriguing. Haymaker is always struggling with this part of the track. Here come the Bulls on the final lap. I wonder. Be a bit of a send from Vivid. Be allowed. I mean, it's the final lap. You gotta go what you gotta go for. As Hato. I mean, won a few sections of the track, but he's fell off a bit. I don't think any team orders are in play. All errors there. I want to watch these two though. Come up. Final few corners. The late safety car spiced everything up and switched everything around. Hato. See if there's any big sends here. Look like it. And Hato, he's coming across the line of finish first. And Haymaker only just holds on there to second place. What a awesome race that was. Awesome race. Holy dooly. Well, here is the results for that one. Hato finished first. Awesome. Very up and down race from him. Now it says Vivid got second, but I'm pretty sure he finished third behind. Yeah. Bud, he'll be kicking himself. He had an awesome race. Good strategy. Came out in second place, and fortunately we disconnected, so we didn't get to see what happened to him. He finished fourth. I had Ward fifth. He'll be moving with this, just both these races, starting on the front row for both, and just couldn't convert decent points. Vando with a bit of bad luck. 6. Well, that's all for round 1 tonight, folks. If you enjoyed it, be sure to come back next week and look in the dates. I believe the next round is August 21st to the 23rd. If you're interested, be sure to head over to the Instagram. It's at Supercars Gaming League. There you can find more info about the Discord. We've got more series coming up soon and more series to announce soon. So be sure to stay tuned and sign up. If you're interested, give it a crack. My name's been Kai, and thank you for tuning in.